Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. FSB Racing Friday night, Winston Cup action. Apologies for the delay. YouTube felt the need to change everything again, and there was an extra step added this week. So, we're on the air. I got my partner, Milt Minter Jr. back. How you doing, Milty?
Woo! We're
Good.
here, back in black.
We are back in... It's kind of like the Lady in Black. It's like I describe this track as Darlington and Rockingham had a baby. And it was raised by Richmond. That's pretty much how this place runs. A very unique little dogleg track here. Kills the tires, pretty hardcore. And totally different from Atlanta 97 last week. You see this front stretch we're looking down right there. Very sharp, flat kink in it, wall to the inside. I'm echoing a little bit on you there, Milty.
Oh.
And yeah, so it should be an interesting race. The corners seem to have changing radiuses. You got a nice freight train in the background. It's a fun track. We're looking for some good racing tonight. Some comers and goers as the tires get managed. Fuel strategy, pit strategy, tire strategy. Should all come into play. And we got on the pole the Professor, Slim Jim Gately. Coming off that win last week at Atlanta. The birthday win for his mama, and then Slim himself was a birthday boy this week. Slim Gately and Jim Ray, our FSB founder, both share a birthday. We lost Milty there, but that's okay. Keep on going through the grid here. Ken Shea, short track specialist, coming off a win 2 weeks ago in the trucks at IRP. It's the 91 Super B on the outside of the front row. Mark the Rocket Descenza. Jordan McGregor's back in the field tonight, Milty. McGregor! Clan McGregor is being represented. And you gotta figure he's a favorite. Any kind of tire management type track like this. And let's see, we got Chris Beckman. First full season here. He's shown a lot of speed everywhere we go.
He's with Highline now, Rick Johnson. That's a pretty dangerous combination right there.
We got Doris checking in, cheering in. She says we need another win for Jim's birthday, and you know he's going for it.
Well, Jim Ray told me that he got a text from Slim Jim saying you got to quit picking the 52. It's time for you to pick 23 tonight. So I expect Jim Ray to get on here and watch tonight. And
yeah, I don't expect him to stop picking.
Picks.
I don't expect him to stop picking the 52 anytime soon.
Well,
let's see if we can look at some of these cars on the track.
Yeah, let's get some. Pit road, very dangerous. Very unique with that dog leg too. Really, I believe the last race we had here, there was some carnage. Some new paint jobs out here today.
I get a look on the onboard there.
Short track stuff, but it's just a little bit bigger. What, 1.2 miles? Look at the track description here.
Yeah, it's about Darlington length. It's got Charlotte shape and Rockingham banking and kind of a Richmond style line through, especially through turn 1. Turn 1's kind of like 3 and 4, and yeah, the exact opposite on the other end there. Kind of tightens up on the entry to 3, and tightens up again on the exit to 2.
We got Grace on there going for Chris. Definitely welcome, Grace.
All right. Chris Beckman,
look at that dog leg, man. That is going to be crazy. Too wide going through there.
Yeah, that dog leg is no joke.
wish I had the results of last year here in front of me, but I'm definitely not that well prepared.
Well, I can pull those up.
But you are. That's why you wear the black suit.
Or the gray Canada hockey shirt sent to me by Dan Jones.
Well, I'm wearing the Desperado Racing Team, which
nice.
My dad drove for a guy named Cliff Kearns in a Porsche 935 back in the day, 79, 80, 81. Cliff's still a great friend, and those were epic years back then. You know, young guy that was a TT racer, motorcycle, decided want to go racing, and so he hired my dad, and he went and bought a brand new Porsche 934, and the rest was history. You know.
All right, so I have found the results
thank
from
you,
last
Doris.
time.
They missed me last week. Well, my daughter and her boyfriend came up. We barbecued. My daughter cleaned the house.
Oh wow!
For my wife. My wife's disabled, and I'm working out of town all the time. So, just a great thing for my daughter to come up all the way from Long Beach with her boyfriend, and good kid. It was very great. Yeah, it's definitely worth missing the race, but definitely missed it. So here we are.
Well, I got the results from last time we were here back in March, and the winner was in fact Mr. Slim Jim Gately. Led 98 of the 100 laps. He didn't just win that; he spanked them.
He destroyed everybody. That's what I was thinking. But every time I speak, when I'm not sure what I know, usually you're like, "No, Milt,"
And that was not because of it being a caution fest either. There were only 5 cautions for 20 laps, and so that looks like it was a good one.
This is definitely one of those tracks that you're going to end up going into. Single file mode, and passing's going to be an issue. It's going to be about tire wear and taking care of the car. Great paint jobs out there.
Absolutely. Look at that 12 car.
Love that.
Zion Studios for Mr. Ryan Tracy there. All right,
love
so
the 43 of Brian Lovell.
I got the
very snazzy.
Kind of reminiscent of
43 paint there.
Yeah, kind of reminiscent of Bobby Hamilton when he ran that.
Right on.
See if I can find him here on camera too.
Good to see you back, Milt.
Hey, and Dan Jones.
What's up, man?
Not much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Mr. Lovell in the STP 43. So, Milty, we got a
STP.
Is it even fair? It is even fair to pick Slim Jim this week, considering the pants down spanking he applied to them last time here.
Well, who's getting to pick first? That's what
well, then I guess I am. I say Slim backs it up back to back.
There you go. Well, we can't pick the same guy, so I'm going to go with Chris Beckman here.
It's a solid choice.
We've seen what he could do. He's definitely been around a long time, and has a history with these drivers racing in other leagues, and now teamed with Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson is, that's generally Jim's pick all the time, and former teammate and enemy at the same time. But I just know what it's like to team with Rick Johnson. This preparation, notebook, and they're going to be ready to go. So great qualifying spot for Chris, and I think that's the way it's going to happen.
All right. Seems like a solid choice there. That's definitely going to be one of the teams to watch, too. Teaming him up with Rick Johnson. Look out. Pace car is off. See, the spectator cam is pretty wide there, so we'll go back to the TV one, and green flag in the air for Slim Jim Gately. And
huge gaggle of cars. Look at that huge field. Side by side in the turn one. 3 wide in the back there. Pops and Brian Lovell and the 007. Oh, the A7, Tom Jackson into the wall a little bit.
9 got a little loose off the corner there. Ken Hansen. Looks like he gathered it up and back in line for turn 3.
Tom Jackson trying to stay up high. Oh, the 43 Slow spin by the 43. Good job all the way around.
Looks
Does
like no
a
caution.
360 and takes off. That's going to be some tires damage there, but Brian Lovell just did the Joey Chitwood right there. No harm, no foul, no blood, but he's definitely behind the 8 ball in the 043, Brian Lovell. 92 of Kevin Mays also back a little bit, and Chris Landry in the 76. They're spaced out in the back already with the 53. Ding! Skull Bandit.
Meanwhile, we got cars passing Ken Shea on the outside, number 3 of Mark DeCenza to P2.
So there's a huge gap from 20 back, or 21st back, but then they're in a pretty good line of sight here. Steve Weber 2 weeks ago, a podium for the Big Cactus. The last one I broadcast, and it was great talking to him after. Hadn't just sat down and shot the with him. So it was good. Longtime friend. Christopherson and Hale going at it. The Tide car and the Western Auto car. Kind of giving a little space there now.
And you see Rick Johnson dropped back a bit on the start. We'll see where he's cycled out to here. Rick Johnson's all the way back to 9th.
For luck in all the wrong places. If this guy didn't have, how do you say it? I mean, if he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have no luck at all. The beer can and Ken Hansen, we know what he can do, man. I mean, there's no, mystery to the talent this guy has, but he needs a horseshoe, or somebody in the fan group there needs to send this guy something. Because, it ain't happening, luck-wise.
I remember back in the old days.
A little bit of wiggle there on my end. Is that the server, or maybe not?
I think I went in just one of the cars, right as I switched to one of the cars. I see Rick Johnson has some right side damage, too, already in that 52. Not the start he was looking for.
Matt Watkins, he won 2 weeks ago, and the Pac-Man already up to 6, Goblin. He wants some of that Atlanta Lakes butter in front of him with Chris Beckman, my pick. Butter. Then there's my teammate, Jordan McGregor. Not sure what he's doing this weekend. I know tomorrow I have a 10-hour race I got to run. Did some practice right before broadcast here. Last minute. Hadn't even got in the car, just barely bought it, and had one of my teammates, English guy, Steve Jones from Britain. He's a techno rock superstar. The Space Brothers was their band. He was giving me last minute details on the corner, so we're not quite ready, but we got a race tomorrow at 6 a.m. Then
Can't say I've ever heard of that band.
Well, if you're not into techno rock, hell, I didn't either, but hell, he's got a Grammy, back in the 90s, It's kind of, if you were a clubber, and you went to clubs
right
all the time, I mean, they're definitely, world class, man. Well, he's got like 3 Porsches, and I have none except for a sim racing Porsche. So I got a Porsche shirt, My dad drove for Porsche. Then we got Ken Shea there in P3. We know what he can do. The Bumblebee is when he's right, he is right. And he looks definitely, cutting the mustard tonight. Then Mark DeCenza won a couple races ago. He's back at full strength. And then, of course, you got your leader there, Slim Jim Gately. Just look at the smoothness of the line. There's no, smoke and mirrors.
And we've been cleaning green from the start here.
Slim Jim can do on these type of tracks.
I notice we're running actually 20 laps less than last time here. And last time they were here, they bumped it up 5% to get 100 laps out of it. Tonight we're only down for 80, which makes this a one-stop race.
Yeah, so we got smoke and we got cars around.
Chris
That's the
Landry
76
around.
car of Chris Landry.
Right at the entry to pit road there. Kevin Mays getting going too. In that 92
That's
car.
gonna bring out a caution, and it does. The caution flag waves. So, you know, you're in the second pack here. You got one stop. What do you do? Do you stay out and hope that it starts to continue? And
No, you want the tires. 12 laps.
Yep.
This place, you want those tires.
Tires,
35.
tires, and more tires.
Lots of wear.
Boy, they're getting a little jiggy there. Oh, and Chris Landry goes around again with damage, and then coming back to the, the cars are slowed down there. The old pace car driver, he was a little asleep, looks like, and so they had to back up on the back straight there. I don't think he hit anybody, but Chris Landry, he's been in this spin cycle this lap, man.
Well, here's what happened. Looks like going into 3. Just kind of heavy on the brake. Maybe 043 just kind of misjudged the entry there.
Yeah, heavy.
Stopped in the middle of the track, and whoa, here comes Kevin Mays, nowhere to go. Oh, that's some heavy damage to the right side of Kevin Mays' car there. And you see Chris Landry had to get it going again. Had to...
Landry flooring installation, so they know what it's like to get on their knees like I have to doing tile.
Man, I thought you were going someplace else entirely with that.
That baby's
I'm glad you
pushed
didn't.
in. There's a big hump in that floor right there. You're gonna have to grind that down. Tough luck for the 76 car. I like that color. That's like the old 76 ball, you know.
It's
Maybe
like
that's a good nickname for him, the 76 ball.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like the 76, Union 76. And then you see there, he was catching the field, like you were saying, and it's like Tom Jackson.
He's already a lap
just slowing
behind,
down.
I think here.
Yeah, because he had to stop and let the traffic go.
On this first round of pit stops, no?
Well, he's pits with the lap down cars and then takes. Oh yeah, he's got to keep that lap down too because because of the caution can't receive the lucky dog.
'53 cars, Sculpt. Well, he's going down pit road, so we'll see how this works for him. Heavy damage for the 76 car as he rolls up into that pit stall.
Yeah, Dan, we were looking at the results from the last time we were here in the Winston Cup Series. And you know who finished 4th?
I'm guessing it might be me.
It was you.
Wicked.
Yeah, so you got... I seem to remember the first time we came here on the Chicken Run, you
Dan's
beat me
a driver
too.
like me. You don't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to forget last night. Good win, by the way, Shawn.
Thank you.
I hate that track.
Well,
I love that track.
Since I'm kind of one of the sponsors there, can I ban that track? But you are my teammate, so
I'm the one who makes the schedule, so I'm going to have to respectively say no.
Just thought I'd try. I
That's
don't
one
think
of my
I've ever
favorites.
finished a race there, man.
You just gotta, man. Some places you
Not
race
just
other
a pretty
cars.
Face, our
Yeah, we're
announcer
talking about
here.
Darlington here. That's
Yeah, what
where
do you think about Darlington? Milt, give me your honest
I
opinion.
love it, you know. But
Oh, you guys know how to drive
I
then.
finished, second so many times behind that 52 guy that, I think I won one race there in a Sportsman Cup back in the day, which was, like the Monday night race, and then Wednesday was Pro Cup.
I'll tell you what I was going to say about Darlington there. There's some tracks where you race the other
I love that
cars.
track, yeah.
There's some tracks where you race the track. And there's other tracks entirely where all you do is take care of the tires. And basically you race the tires. And Darlington is one where you race the tires. And that's what I did last night, and paid off in the end.
Who was your toughest competition last night?
DeCenzo was right on my tail. But Okay, I knew I pitted with him. I beat him in and out of the pits. Had a huge gap on him, but he caught Jim Christopherson's draft, so he was going to run me down. I knew that the way I got by Mark in the first place is he got right side damage. He couldn't stop and fix that, so he was having that right side damage work against him. He was gonna draft with Christopherson. He was gonna go faster, so he was gonna use up more tire just catching up to me. So I went into conserve mode right away. There was no point in me trying to maintain that 1 or 2 second gap on him. I saved a little tire, and then by the time he caught me, he couldn't do anything because he had the right side damage slowing him down, and the tires were already worn. And then from there on, I just babied it and kept it out of the wall.
Awesome.
Good job. Good win, 94.
Thank you, sir. All right, well, why don't you go out there and get one yourself? We're about ready to go back to green. Thanks for checking in, Dan.
Okay, so we had the 92 was a lucky dog, and Brian Lovell has gotten bounced by the internet, looks like.
That's
something's
tough
going on
break.
there.
Yeah, we were having random internet connections this morning as my kids were trying to do their school from home. Fortunately, that seems to have settled down.
We'll have to see how the 76 does now, because that car's going to be looser. Oh, Matt Watkins! Hard into the wall!
Ken Hansen,
Matt
too.
Watkins, are you kidding me? He just plowed that wall. That's very unlike the world champion over and over again.
Oh, they're 3 wide racing back.
And he killed that thing.
Man, that was some aggressive racing back to the caution there after all that.
Looks like the 9 wrecked. Well, we'll have to see. He wrecked also.
Yeah, that's what I saw when I looked right at my other computer
If I didn't
here.
have bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. That's the 9 car, man. This guy is...
He's a driver.
He's a stuff magnet, You get what I'm saying.
It's like Ryan Johnson, too, our series admin, who's off racing go-karts for real with Isaac right now. I call him Hard Luck Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Whoop, there it is. He was a little loose on the outside of the 41.
He looks like that right front doesn't look that bad. I mean, he kind of pancaked it. That looked bad to me. I don't know. They're definitely bringing it in, but looking at the right side of that car.
Which one?
The 15. Okay, now I see.
Yeah, 15 has got some pretty significant damage.
Is definitely caved in there.
And you see Ken Hansen. Look at the closing right there. There's just nothing Ken could do.
With that darker paint he has, it's hard to see it as much with the black paint as you do with a lighter colored car. Now I see it. That thing is caterwalking. They're going to have to do some work on that. So, what's the point situation right now, early in this season?
Let's see here. You know what, there's the standings coming into tonight. See, Chris Beckman's your point leader. And, you know what, I can turn the multicam back on over there, too. It's a good thing I checked on that first.
Yeah, you want to make sure, I didn't take my clothes off or anything. Yeah. Don't worry, I won't do that, folks.
I gotta reassemble the post-race scene. Something's wrong.
Rick Johnson there also,
we go.
The other co-goat, he's back in the weeds in 20th. Still, the Landry flooring car, Chris Landry back in, thing is still beat up. Going to get tires here, and they're going to try to work on it some more. Kevin May's in.
So anyway, yeah, Chris Beckman's your points leader. Jim Christopherson second. Matt Watkins third. Steve Weber tied there in third place.
Jordan McGregor up to
he made
P3.
In the Hoba League. He's right up there in what they're doing rounds, right?
He's already right up there in our team, Donkey Bob Racing, already faster than I am, which isn't saying much, but
it is. He's fast. He's just genuinely fast.
Great road racer, and just getting his craft down. The rig he has, dude, you got to see that thing.
What is it?
I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those rigs you buy and put together, triple screens. Then he's got a camera set up so he can broadcast on YouTube live when he runs those hobo races. A lot of times I'll be like at work and I'll get a notification on my phone. It's like, man, I'd like to watch, but I gotta work,
Just in case your boss is listening, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. They don't pay me for that. Bet as much tile as you can. Go. Phone, don't play with it. Nice little group behind the 41 of Chris Beckman. Dave Allen's a great run for that car. What a beautiful piece that is. With the 29 behind him. This is a track I think the 29 he's a great passer, but this is a hard track to pass at. He likes to pass on cold tires early, and he's not afraid to do it.
Oh yeah, we've seen that many times.
He's gonna need to make that move. The stud fest here. Christopherson, then the 90 car of Matt Stewart. We have in the top 10. Great run for the In-N-Out burger. Man, I could go for an In-N-Out burger right now. Oh my God. Animal style, triple.
And we're back to green. Slim Jim Gately once again leading the field. 20 laps complete of 80.
What are these studs going to do? Great driver, great driver, great driver, great driver. You just go through.
Will Farmer checking in the chat says, "What is this place? Update."
Good.
Will Farmer says, "What is this place? Update. I hate it here." That's Will Farmer in the 95 car.
Well, the thing about tracks is it's all hate until you get it. I know there's a few tracks back in the day, which was a long time ago, when I would go to Slim Jim Gately's class, as you see him putting these guys to school right now.
Well, we were just talking about one.
He would show me, lines, and then all of a sudden that track became, hey, I like this place now.
That is exactly how it was for me in Darlington, which we were just talking about how much I like running there. There was a time where I agreed with Kyle Petty, where I said I wanted to fill the place up with water and hold bass fishing tournaments out of it. I just couldn't find the line, couldn't figure out how to race around other cars there. It's still pretty narrow for racing, but something about, in this second half, call it that, of my sim racing life, can't really call it a career because we don't get paid for this.
We got a battle
something
here.
Clicked.
Jordan McGregor and the Bumblebee, Ken Shea.
Meanwhile, the teammates going for the lead are going at it pretty hard too, with the Professor and the Rocket.
Bumblebee's all... and Jordan gets loose, almost gets the wall there, and...
That's going to give a run to Shea.
Ken Shea. That's how you pass right there. Put the pressure on, and now Chris Beckman coming through.
Dave Ellen's looking good out there in that 115.
Like once you get out of shape, then they're going to freight train you. Dave Ellens is trying. Oh, he makes a jag to the inside. Gives him a bad line, so he has to back out early. Dave Ellens realized right there that his apex was no bueno.
Yeah, coming in low like that just does not work in turn one. You push up.
And now he loses time because trying to make that aggressive move, but you gotta. That's what we're talking about. It's 23 laps in, 25 laps in. You gotta go. Christopherson, the highwayman.
We got a rooftop on.
Surveying that, and Ryan Tracy in the 12 car. Ryan Tracy. Wow. P11 here looking.
Well, we're going to go rooftop here with Ken Shea in the 91 as he tries to chase down those leaders.
Like that paint job. Dying.
And you can see
cars using the bottom of the apron there, which is legal, on the front straightaway, the curved front straightaway. Some cars all the way down next to the wall. Some guys staying above the white line. Big gap here. Great battle for 20th for with Jason Dolfer and sorry, got lost there. And I'm lost there.
Well, I'm on board right now. If you look on your Skype screen with Ken Shea, and you can see the different lines at the different ends of the track they take around here. And coming low.
Phil Warmer running pretty good for not liking it.
Yeah, he's listed 13th right now. Ken Shea getting real aggressive in that dog leg there. You gotta be careful. Cut it too close and you'll hit the left side against that inside wall. Do some damage and possibly ping-pong you back up. But you can kind of see the late double apex that Ken Shea takes there to get the run off turn 2. Then you come in low in 3, and then run it high off the corner here in 4. Just all about
serious green flag racing.
All about letting the line do the work for you here, rather than try and manhandle
Steve
it.
Weber wants by the 95 because he's got the 52 wanting to get by. The 15 still running good with damage. We'll see what he's got left.
Ooh, Will caught a piece of wall there. That's going to give a run to the 83, 52, possibly the 15.
Oh, in contact with
yep.
the 52, and he spins the 95 around, and they both crash.
That should definitely bring out the caution. Caution on the track.
We did not expect him to slow down that much, and there you have it. Caution is out. The 52's got to feel awful there, but at the same time, you know, I mean, he was driving in there battling, expecting the 95 to not get loose, and he did.
Now you can see right there that smack to the wall is what gave them this run in the first place. Now Matt Watkins is on the outside of the 52, and Will Farmer's trying to come down and run his line, and just did not quite expect the news, the 52 to be there, I think.
And then you also realize you got the hornet's nest behind you, and Will was not expecting the 52 to come, and the 52 was expecting the 95 to probably stay high there. And
it looks like Will has called it a night.
Ford versus Pontiac there. Not quite like Ford versus Ferrari. Well, you know, players are getting in trouble here. So, meanwhile, Slim Jim Gately's sitting on a sack of seeds up there in front, chewing on a twig, going, I like the way this is going.
I think we can make it from here, too.
Oh, and Slim! Oh!
What?
Slim does not hit the commitment line. Is that a penalty or not?
I didn't see it.
Come in after the cone to pit. The 3 was going in under the cone. I don't know if that's a commitment line or...
We usually treat it as such, so we'll find out soon, won't we?
Where there's a cone, there's fire. Will Farmer has disconnected, so they parked the 95 car. They wanted him to put his mask on and interview him, but he just walked into the trailer. So Dano.
So Dano, you got enough to make it from here?
One can, 35 laps out of 48.
Not seeing anything on the scanner as far as penalties or anything. We'll keep an eye on that.
Descends is up there, so there's always hope.
Making a crack there of Descends' self-admitted tendency to shoot himself in the foot with pit road penalties, but we were actually referring to Slim Jim.
Take that gun away from him, yeah.
We were actually referring to how Slim Jim didn't seem to make the commitment cone coming in.
Oh, he faked it though, I think, didn't he? He's in.
Can you go around that commitment cone and still be legal?
It seems like it, because he would have had an end of longest line if he couldn't.
Yeah, I see no penalties, so my uneducation of the track.
Well, there was some question about that on Tuesday night, and nobody volunteered to try it out in the race.
You know, I don't know if sketchy is the right word, but I mean, he made it into back in front of the 3 and to the wall, which is, the wall is your ultimate divider there. You go straight, you hit it. If you go right, you don't pit. If you go left, you pit. So. But it depends on how the track sees these things with the cones and commitment lines.
And certain tracks touching the grass too, right?
Exactly. And also there's other rules, track specific, as far as, gentleman rules or whatever, that could be enforced later after a review by the admin. So I mean, I'm just, not saying that was a penalty because I don't know. So, but, that's how the league manages tracks that do certain things. And they're always on top of it, constantly updating, just like the setups. And, that's the great thing about FSB racing is you're seeing pro drivers running pro setups with pro competition. Don't get any better than this. Green flag racing. Still not to the halfway point. Got a long way to go. Plenty of beer. Let's get it.
There's a lot of fast people in front of me. My God.
So we've seen some passing. Dan, we saw the 91 get some great stuff work done there. But he had to put pressure on, and the guy in front of him had to, make a mistake. So
that's right. Tag the wall just a touch, or
so that's pretty much what I see is going on here. You can't just force your way in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win. Big Cactus back a ways there. It's like Chris Landry will be starting tail end here.
Haven't mentioned Greg Palmer there in the 22 car, running solid in the top 15. Let's see what he can do. Rick Castle in the Jack Daniels car. I could almost go for a shot right now. Yeah. Just one, though.
And a little 3 wide on the backstretch.
The 76 car letting people by.
Yeah, he stayed out there to get tail end and I guess get in position for the lucky dog, but he was paying for it as they're just passing him all over the place.
Though, man. I mean, Mike, race management, damage management is, you're racing for points here. As long as you got a good car still,
Ryan Tracy in 12. Oh!
Car's around and no, Chris Beckman
hard into the wall with Jordan McGregor.
I don't know how that it started, I seen maybe the 41 got some help and got sideways, or Land O'Lakes butter everywhere. This track's going to be slick. They might have to do some cleanup. And the caution is out. Wow.
Oh, we'll see what happened here. Oh, 29 caught a piece of the wall, and that just started a chain reaction.
Well, that's what we're seeing here. Is you gotta be perfect, or once stuff happens in front of you. See, the 41 did good to avoid the accident, but he got tagged in the rear by McGregor.
Is that what happened? Yep.
Yeah, McGregor had, he was trying to slow down too, but he just didn't. He was coming up on the wreck and got a piece. The 41 was already loose by turning to the left to avoid the wreck. I think he had it saved, and then he got contact in the rear, and then the melee ensued.
So we got to look on board here to see what Dan saw going in there.
Didn't know which way to go, man.
Yeah, see, Jordan had that run on the 41, had to back it off in turn 2. 29 pushed up, and Jordan probably never even saw that coming. And all that check up in front of Dan. That was some pretty... You should be okay, I think. 41 took a nasty hit.
Yeah, Jordan, that just was a parking lot right there. Christopherson, 3 really... And Mr. Bond there, he's got to have a little damage.
No damage.
No damage, yeah.
4 new tires. Let's go, boys.
Well, you didn't go doo-doo in the cockpit, so we're good, Even if you did, 4 cars there, still not major damage, so they should, be able to get that stuff beat out, and we're starting to see a lot of attrition behind these top cars here. And now we got Ken Shea past the 3 car. This guy, man, I'm telling you.
He's good.
There are times where when you're a sim racer and you run a race and the 91's there, he's just the best car out there. He has those times where when he is dominant, it's been a while since we've seen that, but, and he's always good, but when you see him, all of a sudden he finds like another level, so let's see if you can find that in the Bumblebee car. Hey, there's my kid. Jessica, what's up? Like I was saying earlier in the broadcast, she came, cleaned house, man. Like, where'd you learn to work like that? Wait a minute. I was like, I could get you a margin trowel and some knee pads. You could be my helper, Good stuff. That's why we missed last week. It was definitely worth it.
Well, we're at halfway here. And
halfway, and they shortened this race from last year, and now we're starting to see that was, as usual, FSB Racing, the admin ship, they pay attention, especially because with cautions and stuff. This race is going to go, go pretty long, so.
I think they actually meant to lengthen it, but that's okay. We had fewer cautions last time we were here, only 5.
Well, every now and then I should actually get on the forum,
We're currently sitting at 4.
Research the stuff,
4 yellow flags. Slim Jim has led 36 of the 40 laps, 41 laps now. Only 1 car listed as retired is Will Farmer.
Yeah, we had pork ribs and a lot of beer. But I ended up having her boyfriend, Chef Luke, do the cooking. That was a good move by me, you know.
Yeah, I like that. I like that strategy.
But enough about us. How about this? Wow. Okay. You know, so who's got damage? A lot of guys. A lot of damage. We don't know. You know, Matt Watkins, damage. You know, we saw him pancake the wall pretty hard, but it was a pretty straight hit. So, Ken Hansen, a little bit of damage. Some guys that don't. How about Greg Palmer up to P7 now in the 22 car?
And we're back to green. Slim Jim, Ken Shea, Mark DeSenza, and Dave Allen's 4th. Ryan Tracy 12. In the 12 car 5th.
He's led every lap. Slim Jim Gately, snap yourself into a Slim Jim. Ooh, I'm about to dominate this race.
Yeah, Ken Shea has some other ideas about that, though.
He's got something to say about that. The Super B, like I said, this Mopar man.
And caution again.
You're just in awe. Caution is out. Something's happening on the track here. Caution is out. It's ramping up now, man. You can feel the dark side. With every passing lap, you become more my servant.
I don't know about that, but it looks like Terry Marinero in that 33 car. Hadn't talked about him tonight.
Yeah, was not able to see his.
Oh, I see what happened. Looks like there was a checkup that got him caught in the middle 3 wide there. Kind of slid in reaction to that, and then in reaction to that, 87
Pop's
spun.
Going wide there. Yeah, it's just a racing deal there. They're all battling. A little marinara sauce and Land O'Lakes butter. That could be good, you know. Oh, that 92 car, little action with him too, somewhere there. I think that was the 92.
Yeah, he just took evasive action, it looks like.
Okay.
Barely slipped through there.
Wow, look at that power slide. Oh, yeah, turn it down like that. That's how these guys are right on the edge. So you crank it left a little bit. Whoa, boy, that was close. Another car back by. The mustard's off the hot dog. The bunny hopping the pea patch. He's led every lap. The 23 car. Ooh.
I think Jessica's making fun of your slurred pronunciation of marinara sauce.
Well, yeah, she knows Daddy likes to drink beer. Yeah.
Blue needs new headlights. I like the second car is, you don't need headlights because the track is always lit. Yeah, well, so is my brother-in-law, but he still needs headlights.
You know, every time when you're a sim racing driver and you go through this thing called a caution, you got to bring it back up again. You restart. What gear you start in here?
I think
Shawn,
this one worked out.
Gear,
I think this one was okay for first.
You know, you don't want that wheel spin, but you want that good launch. So some of these setups are set up for second gear restart, and some are first gear.
Like last night, the one we had at Darlington, it was fine to restart on fresh tires in first gear, but there was one time where we got like 3 laps on the tires, there's a caution, nobody came in, we restarted on tires that had just heated up and cooled back down, and he saw everybody's butt was wiggling, restarting in first gear, just from those couple laps, just getting the tires hot, cool it off.
I hate it when your butt starts wiggling.
Yeah, a little heat cycle in the tire, it can change how the car restarts. It's always something to keep in mind.
Plus, also, as the leader, you know, you want to save the best for last. Right now, Slim knows who he's got behind him. He knows this guy's going to be aggressive, and it's past the halfway point now. Now you got to start bringing out your variations of your restart. You got the restart line and where you're supposed to go. You got to keep, FSB rules, maintain pace speed, what is that, 45 here?
I'm not sure about pace speed, but pit speed is 45. Pace speed's probably about
and it depends
50.
on how, and you read that by how the pace car goes. That's where you gauge your speed. You're seeing that telemetry on your dash, so now you know. But every time, if I just do the same thing every time, this veteran behind me is going to he's going to get a run at me at the start. Can't pass on the left-hand side. Well, actually, FSB rules. Now I'm not sure. Can you pass in the first corner now, or?
Oh yeah, we can pass before the backstretch.
So
Just
changed.
no passing to the left.
Well, we weren't quite as professional back then, so.
No passing to the left.
Crash it, but you can't pass to the left.
No passing to the left before the start-finish line. That's a game rule. It'll flag you.
That's also a NASCAR rule.
It's
right?
It's what it gets carried over. It's carried over from from the old style restarts in NASCAR.
Every time you stretch out a little bit, you talk to your teammates. They're all on radio channels together, talking about strategy. Guys wanting to move up. Guys got 3, 4, 5 teammates, or whatever, on their chat. Now you see the pace car off. What's Slim Jim Gately gonna do? You're not gonna snooker him. Still a long way to go. So, Nookie, your favorite? Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, green flag back in the air.
Shawn hates Snooki, Jessica, by the way.
I hate the Jersey Shore.
Snooki, Jessica?
I hope not.
He's met a few celebrities over time, but there we go. Dave Ellens in that 115 car, solid all night, and has worked his way up to P3 here. What is that, 57 Chevy?
You got it.
57 Chevy.
We were just making fun of how you keep calling it a Cadillac, too.
Yeah.
I
got the screen on a little, so it's hard for me to see, really, but...
Well, I was saying that as soon as you got it right, he should switch it to a Cadillac. And there you go, you got it right, so now we can switch it to a Cadillac. Oh, Christopherson in the wall, 40 car. Has to back out of it, it's going to let a freight train by him.
The 91 is on one here, and he is not going to let go of the 23. Putting the pressure on. Just like in real racing, when you get up close, you lose. This game is old. It's real old, but it's still, the model for any successful sim that's out there in the future, and it definitely matters that you get up close. You lose downforce. But you gain downforce on the straightaway, or you gain, draft. But with a track like this, do you get any draft here, Shawn?
You get a little down the straights, but it's not a draft-dependent track. It's especially as his tires wear. Ooh, Mark DeSenza looking to get under McGregor there on the backstretch.
Slim Jim Gately is a machine.
Mark's mired in some...
Not be affected.
Slideways there for the Wrangler car.
Ellis falling back a little bit, and then a huge gaggle behind there. Greg Palmer up there. Here comes Matt Watkins. He pancaked that car, but they got it fixed. Licks like that, they're going to slow you down a half a mile an hour. Greg on the inside fighting back. Greg driving by the 22, but he can't make it stick. 58 of Johnny Doucette. 5 fingers in the house.
Meanwhile, this pack back here with the damaged cars, the cars coming back up through the field.
He will make make the pass on the
Oh, got
22.
one up in the wall. The 90 of Matt Stewart.
Oh, no. Great run for the 90. That's good.
No caution.
No caution. Still a battle here between the 58 and the 22. Now the 58 gets a little wide. That walk is pulling away from them just a hair. Dave Allen's in P3 here. When you lose a little bit of gap, you got to gather it back up and hit your marks, and he has. That 57 Chevy is crawling back now.
Steve Weber gets a piece of wall there. That's going to let a bunch of cars under him. See Dan Jones leading that line. Yeah, Dave Allen's hanging tough there in third place, and Ken Shea is just looking for a way around Slim, and we are back under caution. Caution on the speedway. Looking for the source of it here. Problem is when I hit Alt-6, I'm finding everybody who's ever touched a wall. Oh, here we go. I'm not quite sure how to call this one, but we'll just show it. 76 and the 92, just going down the front stretch.
Looking at the lap
And
time,
whoa.
Dave Owens comes in and 91 comes around, so obviously that cone don't mean squat. And Matt Watkins comes in late, but he loses 2 spots. Or no, he didn't lose a spot. My bad. Okay, watch it. Now watching the replay about 3 seconds late here.
You know you can look at the Skype window, right?
Yeah, I keep forgetting, man, you know. And I got it right up there, so, okay.
It looks like, okay, through the dog leg there with that heavy damage to the rear of the 76, he went to look low. I'll run it by in slow-mo here. He went to look low on the 92 and just got loose and hooked back hard right into Kevin Mays there. So I believe that should end the night for the 76. I think that's his second.
Yeah, you know, seems like this wasn't the 76's night there. But the 2 incident rule, what Shawn's talking about, is you get 2 incidents that brings out a caution. As a driver, you're required to park. They won't make you park, but then later on it'll be reviewed, and you know you probably will miss a race, you know, which I have done before.
Yeah, I haven't had to bust a lot for it, but yeah, they always err on the side of counting them as yours.
Not too much damage for Kevin Mays. What a bitchin' looking car there. Okay, let me get a.
It's on the wrong body.
My screens are so.
Yeah, Kevin Mays' car is on the wrong body.
Krispy Kreme.
I believe that belongs on a Buick body.
Hey, there's my co-worker George Perez. What's up? Go Lakers! Yep, they're up big right now.
I see. Actually, the opposite. That actually belongs on a Monte Carlo body, and it's on a Buick.
Krispy Kreme.
I don't know. It's hard to tell when you're this mangled.
You know, tough luck for Matt Stewart there in the In-N-Out Burger. You know, if you take back in the day when In-N-Out Burger first came out, people used to have stickers and they put them on their car, but they would get rid of the first letter and the last letter. They'd cut them off, so it would be In-N-Out Urge on. Which I don't, you know, I don't know. You know, back then I had like "Disco Sucks" stickers on my car. You know,
Well,
because
there
I'm
you
old.
go.
You know.
Well, we got the lights off on the FSB pace car one more time. Ken Shea back in the field now after that round of pit stops.
Great battling all night. You don't think these guys are having fun at this level? Well, you never danced the disco. My mom used to do the hustle back in the day, you know. But I'm not much of a dancer, sweetheart.
Yeah, I can't picture it.
Nah, man, way too stiff. You know?
I'm with you. Yeah, my footwork is fine on pedals, but anything else, no.
Yeah, the hustle. You know, yeah, I remember that.
Like even those, you ever seen that game Milt, the Dance Dance Revolution, the pad on the floor and you step on it for the arrows?
That was like in Transformers.
Yeah, I tried that, and it was like someone twisted my brain around like a Rubik's Cube.
I would break it. I'm just way too.
It was like I just forgot how to move my feet. Anyway, pace car's off, and
Jordan
Jeff
McGregor
Hale
back in the Folgers in your cup.
Jeff Hale
Folgers
right on the bumper
car,
of Slim Jim.
He's not done yet. Yeah. A lot of these guys have little dents and dings and bangs and bumps. See what happens. Chris Beckman's still up there. Still my pick and still running hard.
You picked him. Oh no, I must apologize to Chris Beckman.
Ryan Tracy.
We forgot.
You know, Ryan Tracy's old school from back in the day. I don't.
We forgot about Chris's broadcaster jinx.
Hey, this guy back in the day, bro.
Milty, we forgot about Chris's broadcaster jinx exemption. He won that for the season, remember?
I mean, yeah.
And look at that, we picked him and he got caught up in it.
Remember stuff, you know?
I know, and we're back under caution.
Again. Man, I'm gonna have to get more beer for this.
Sorry, Ken.
Wrong channel.
Yeah. He'll hear it later.
that doesn't sound good for the 007 there, our in-car reporter.
Oh, and I think I just found it too.
Well, I'm going to take a minute to take a pit stop here, sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
And we can see here what Dan's talking about. Looks like heading into turn 3. Yep, just a light tap there, and that's just enough to send the 9 around. Yeah, the different braking points there. The car is real light going in there.
Yeah, he gives me the opportunity to get down low, and that's where I like it. So I'll take any opportunity I can get.
Yeah, but then
yep.
Get too hard on the brakes, you'll push up.
Yeah, I don't think I did that, so.
Okay.
But I still apologized already.
Yeah.
First incident of the night, so.
Yeah.
Bummer. I just want to race him clean. I like him.
Yeah, he's a very good guy. He gave it a strong run last night in the trucks at Darlington. He tried to stay out and catch the caution late, and it did not work. He ended up losing ground because he stayed out extra long on the old tires. But yeah, great driver there, Mr. Ken Hansen, driving the Bill Elliott Coors beer can.
I was wishing it would just go oak green so us guys with new tires could, those guys that didn't take tires up front there.
Well, we are going to be under 20 to go here when we get the green again.
Hopefully we can keep it green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Slim Jim still in command, just as he's been all night. Jeff Hale, coming back from his hard smack to the wall that started that big pileup earlier. He's hanging on for second place there. Mark DeSenza, I don't know what cost him the track position in the first place. Possibly another pit penalty, but he's there in third place with a pretty clean-looking car.
Slim Jim, a favorite, of course, of his mom, and but also
You'd hope.
My co-worker George. He's been watching these broadcasts here, and Slim Jim has become his guy. So he likes the story of he's kind of underdog because he doesn't race all the time. Always puts family first, but when he shows up, when the 23 car is there, he's got a chance to win every time he's on the track, and fans kind of like that. 3 car coming up there. What's he doing there? Little teammates kind of,
Yeah.
waving there.
All 3 of those guys are teammates. They're kind of razzing each other a little bit there. Maybe checking out damage for each other too.
29, yeah, that could be.
Dan and I will do that
29
sometimes.
car of Jeff Hale, where did he come from? Well, he's a multiple champion, and we haven't called him to a win in a while on Friday nights, but this guy at 29 is a serious individual.
He's been having some really bad racing luck recently too.
Well,
So he's due.
maybe it's time to turn around here, and he's fun. Great friends with Slim Jim, long time. 15, 20 years. This guy's been sim racing. 2 vets, 4 teammates. This is old school here with these guys. Really, this team tonight is definitely, showing their muscle. And that would be Checker Flag Racing. They change these teams all the time, and I forget, so I had to look.
Well, this team's been pretty consistent for a little while, though. Back in the day, though, it was Slim Sim Racing.
Slim Sim.
When it was Slim's team. Now, Ryan Johnson, our usual Friday night admin. Again, LP and Isaac are having a good run out there in the karts. Isaac's running for a kart championship in real life.
Racing, folks. These guys do sim racing, and these guys are racing professional go-karts at the highest level here, and they win races. So does it transfer from the real track to the sim track? Yes, it does.
Yeah, if Isaac's any indication, it sure as hell does.
Well, and it does when you watch, what happened with the pandemic and stuff.
And here we go.
They go green again.
The great thing about seeing those is we say Jordan McGregor dived to the inside of the 41. Great thing about those iRacing races we saw the real NASCAR drivers drive was that they were all, just like we are tonight, on fixed setups, same equipment.
Whoa!
Backman
trying
wants,
to get it back from the 30.
Wants the crossover.
So. Great job. With damage, the 40, you see, visible damage on the back of that car. 41.
And McGregor was trying to crossover the crossover.
Well, it's going to make that car loose, and he's driving it loose, and he's driving it like he stole it, Ever since I seen the 41 here, I instantly said, this guy's got something here. Ryan Tracy, running this league years ago. Good to see him back, at least the last time I've seen him.
Yeah, he's been showing up time to time.
He's a stud.
Good driver, always has good-looking cars, too. Tonight, certainly no exception. Love that car. Gotta show my son tomorrow. He loves everything pink and purple.
Cool colors, man.
Looks real good with the black.
Boy, they get really close.
Wow, look at that.
Use as much track as possible. Matt Watkins trying to force it down the middle. He can't make. Down the bottom, he can't make it.
These guys are going at it. They are not scared by this track at all. And Chris Beckman.
Jim Gately wants to see all of this hubbub behind him here. He's just going to machine this. Excuse me. Machine this thing.
Oh, the 3-car. 3-car is
still
up the track.
Side by side, the 30 and the 12. With the 15 all over him like a bad suit.
put up on the right side the roof view there from Dave Ellens as you watch these guys go crazy in front of him.
Now the 29 gets forced outside and he loses that spot. The 41 with that damage, I don't know, that thing's loose in the rear, but he's got the gear. And he's coming at the 23 here. 23 has been running this pace all night. Been in this position for, but I've also been in this position behind the 23.
Well, Matt Watkins gets a piece of wall there.
He will not make a mistake. And that's a broadcaster jinx, whatever, I'm telling you. He will not get rattled. He is a machine. He knows how to hit his marks, but he has got the 41 all over him. What has happened? That 41 is cooking with Crisco.
Man, it's almost like the damage is helping him. That car has come to life here with under 20 to go.
I've seen that before, you know. I mean, you can.
Oh, he gets into Slim.
Oh, he gets into the back of the 23.
And Slim saves it.
And saves it. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
41's around now in the front
29
stretch.
gets by him.
Huge wreck in the front stretch here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. Yeah. Okay, so the 29 is now in the lead.
29 in the lead. Chris Beckman got turned around again after everybody saved that there.
23, oh my gosh. What skill to save that, but he definitely sure looked like he got some help. No caution.
Yes, caution, because there was a huge wreck in the front stretch.
Okay, I missed that. Jeff Hale in the lead as the caution comes out. Wow. Look, man, I mean, these guys aren't playing.
All right, if you look on your
Will
Skype
Farmer
window.
there, I can't believe that save. Exactly.
There we see the save again.
Jim Gately. That's your pilot right there. We got to watch this.
Look
and we
at
got to watch it
that.
again.
Oh, my goodness. Stab and steer, and then looks like 58 and
He got
41.
a little bit loose there and missed his apex. And then he got some help.
Steve Weber took a monster hit there in the 83.
Didn't want to do that, but and then he got spun around again and a huge crash. Chris Beckman definitely didn't want to do that. It's because Slim got loose on. You watch when Slim goes into the corner, he does a little jig there. That's called it's starting to snap loose on him, so he catches it, but he has to get out of the throttle and lose a little momentum, and Beckman is going for it. And by the time he realizes he's into the back of the 23 there. But that could be two on Beckman, too. I don't know.
I don't
think so.
I'm surprised how fast Beckman can get that car going with the bent up back end like he has.
Yeah, well, this is not an aero-dependent track.
Let's go in car. Okay.
Look at the chase from. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Slim was a little looser there.
Yeah, he got a little snap loose right there.
But he held it.
You can see the car kind of like come in, and he had to catch it, and now he goes up high, so he loses a little bit of momentum. Wasn't much, but the 41 had a great run and was going for that inside, and you know it's go time there. But Johnny Doucette, lucky there, he was just backing it up, and that beat up 15 with the door panel all crushed in gets by that melee.
And so now Jeff Hale, the 29. Is in the lead. We're going to take this restart with under 10 to go.
Another guy that's
I think next flag ends it.
To pressure.
Yeah, next flag's going to end this probably. Ken Shea, Jordan McGregor.
Well, let's hope there's no next flag because we want to see him go across the start-finish line.
Slim Jim's still there, but what's he got left in those tires after that stab and steer move? Yeah, Will Farmer says he cannot believe that save. 23 is a monster. That save was nuts. I have to agree. That's up there as one of the best saves we've seen.
Absolutely.
I thought for sure he was going to eat that inside wall for dinner.
I was watching the IndyCar race. I saw today on USA channel being off, and I watched the 12 car Will Power do a power slide out of the last corner going on to the bank at Indy Road Course, and that was very similar, a complete sideways in an IndyCar. But Slim Jim was complete sideways in a 3,500-pound dog car. That was impressive at 160 miles an hour. Now you reset here. Bumblebee's been up there all night. McGregor went back, but now he's back. He's racing for a championship. It's been a while since the 29's been in this position, at least on Friday night. But we all know his experience, years of experience. He can handle this restart. He ain't scared,
Yeah, so they're going to take the restart with 7 to go.
But still, I mean, these things, you can't write this. You can't figure it out. That's what makes sim racing and real racing, so compelling. Is it's always going to be different.
What's Matt Watkins got left? What's Jordan McGregor got left?
Ryan Tracy.
Ryan Tracy, let's not count him out.
And he is a legitimate stud. Guy I actually raced with, and the pace car is off. Jeff Hale brings him down. Come on, Jeff. Jeff, another guy like Slim, that's raced and taking time off, family.
Well, Matt Watkins to the inside on the dog leg.
He is all over it. You can't sleep on this guy. Look, the way this guy drives. Oh, there's contact, and the 91 gets into the 29. And McGregor trying to race it back to the line. That, too, was definitely not on purpose, but... And the caution is out. Could this be the race?
Could be.
Could this be controversy?
Yes.
As someone who has actually done that, see that guy in the 15 right there? I did that to him in the Indy 500 and won it, and I still have that trophy over here. And where is it? Yeah, there it is. And I still covet that trophy, but I wrecked him straight up. I was so glad that he won it till the year after. But
in my case, it was Dean Gautreaux at Bristol. I was coming back through the field. I was definitely faster. I should have had patience. I caught him. I still had like 5 laps to go, and I got too aggressive, got the apron, got him. And that one always sticks in my mind. But here's what that restart looked like. It was pretty crazy, go nuts.
I think we still should have a restart here.
If we do, it's going to be a 1-lap shootout, I think, because we still have lap cars.
Green light checker or whatever.
Not to get you mad, Shawn, but Harry comes to mind.
Oh, please.
Yeah, sometimes we want to forget some of those.
Teammate taking you out for a win.
That one wasn't egregious, though. That was strictly racing.
Slim Jim back up to 4th here. He's really hoping for a restart. McGregor he just about had the 91 there.
Oh, what happened to the 29 got dumped or something? What happened?
Well, 91 and the 29 had contact.
Bummer.
Okay, we're looking at the replay. I'll be 3 seconds behind here. Oh,
or you can look at your Skype window.
I look at my Skype window.
Wait, 1,
there we
2,
go.
3. Okay, go.
Here, I'll start it again for you.
Yeah.
And you can see there's that restart. Matt Watkins aggressive to the inside. And Jeff Hale came in low, pinched it down. Didn't have the momentum. Ken Shea had it on the high side. Matt Watkins was already looking under the 29 on the exit, and
Yeah, the 91
they all got
had
together.
a huge run through there on the outside.
And you see McGregor did almost get that run into 3, but he just couldn't quite stick it.
So we see that all the time in real racing. The car on the bottom runs that bottom line, tries to get up in front of the car on the outside that has that outside momentum, and that's what happens. Couple laps to go, the 91 was not lifting.
Great race.
Yeah, a great show.
Four laps, maybe the guy's gonna say we're gonna throw this one, and it's gonna be a 1-lap shootout. What do you guys think?
I
think we needed to. I think we needed to complete a green flag lap before it would have been next flag ends it. So I think it's a 1-lap shootout.
Well, Katie hold the bar the door now. Time to go. Matt Watkins up there in third.
He's the doer.
He wants to make this a points race. So does Jordan. Jordan's trying to win championships in multiple leagues. He gets around, folks. I get around, round, round, round. I get around. Yeah, Phil Warmer making fun of Matt Watkins because
claiming to hate the track.
Yeah, well, Matt's always about humility, talking.
Lights off.
Green, boys.
When you see him on the track, you realize when this guy turns the mic off and goes racing, he's a bulldog, man. He's gonna grip that wheel and wrench it,
Well, lights off on the pace car. We get a 2-lap shootout here. Green, white, checkered in the original meaning of the term.
So what happened there? Ken Shea is the leader now.
Yes, Milty. Him and the 29 got together, going for the lead. Jordan McGregor, we'll see what he's got for him. Matt Watkins back in it. Nice finish there for, or nice climb there for the 12 car.
Just like the 29, maybe it's been a while since you were in this spot. Now you got to bring it on this restart. Bring it. Come on, son.
Oh, I think he spun the tires.
There goes Matt Watkins on the inside. All the way down to the apron, which you can. Great move side by side with the 30. Can he make it stick?
Can he make it stick, and then is he going to have any time to do anything with the 91?
Great run out of the back from Matt Watkins. It's going to be 1 to go at the line. Still got turn 3 here.
Yeah, 1 to go, and does he have anything for him?
Here. Nail his spots, and then 91 is lurching out of that corner. That Mopar Dodge, 1 to go. White flag is out. Matt Watkins driving.
Matt Watkins is just
a little outside in. Should get a better exit. 2 corners to go here. Ken Shea executing.
15 have anything
low.
for him. No, 15's left the track.
Drives it up high. Here comes McGregor.
McGregor catches the wall.
It's Ken Shea at the line. Ken Shea, your winner.
Ken Shea, Matt Watkins.
Skeegee, as they call him.
Jordan McGregor. Ryan Tracy,
Skjei,
and
that's
Johnny
spelled
Doucette.
Skjei.
Look at Johnny Doucette, the 58 there, bagging
How
that top
about
5 on a Friday night.
Heck yeah.
Getting the congratulatory bump from the
Ryan
22.
Tracy, haven't seen him in a long time personally, and he's pretty much right where he was the last time I saw him. Excellent. Great show, and what's Skjei going to do? I think he's just going to drive it in right here. No burnouts. Let's see what the Super B does.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's feeling about that one.
Yeah, I think he's not going to do burnouts. Why? Because, he got into the 29. It happens, We take for granted how good these guys are and how easy they make it look. Well, it's not easy.
It really isn't.
But it's a great show for us. Tough luck for Slim Jim Gately. Dominated all night and just, wasn't his night,
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, exciting finish there with that green-white checkers run. Would have been cool to see them all run it to the end there before that. But hey, we still got an entertaining finish there. Great track. I think we should definitely come back to it. They're getting this place figuring out how to race here, and put on a good show. Well, that'll wrap up this one for the racing. I'm just gonna have Milty go grab our podium finishers here. Once again, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Once again, Ken Shea, Matt Watkins, Jordan McGregor, Ryan Tracy, and then Johnny Doucette, Greg Palmer, Rick Johnson, Slim Jim Gately, Jim Christopherson, and Rick Castle, rounding out your top 10. Dan Jones, you end up 15th there. Hey, have a little. What got you towards the back there at the end? I thought you were up in the top 10 for a while. You see there were the standings coming in tonight. See, Weber was tied with Slim Jim Gately. And we'll see where that stands soon. Tom Jackson, wife thinks you guys are awesome. Give a shout out to Samantha. Well, thank you, Samantha. We have fun with it. We, only screw up 60 times a night, but that was the other thing about watching the real broadcasters and real drivers do the sim racing thing during the quarantine. There is, it's like, wow, they screw it up as much as we do. So cool. Let me see if those points are updated here. Oh, Chris Beckman was the... Okay, Chris Beckman was the point leader coming in. So that is updated. So look at that. Matt Watkins with that late charge there. Pulls up. Let me just make sure that refreshes. Pulls up there, 2 spots to the lead. Jim Christopherson. Man, he had a quiet night there. Christopherson just chugged along, got a top 10 out of it, and kept the car in pretty much out of trouble. We didn't talk about him much all night. That's the kind of run it takes sometimes. Milty's still down there, trying to gather up your podium finishers. Chris Beckman getting turned late in the race there, loses 2 spots. He was your leader coming in. And Slim Jim, again with a good strong run there, picks up 2. Which is funny because Weber was tied for 3rd, I think, coming in. Now he's tied for 4th. And Johnny Doucette, that's the big mover of the night with that great top 5 finish there. Pulls himself into 6th. Tied with Jason Dulfer, who moves back a spot. All right, so we got our podium finishers trickling in here. Jordan McGregor. I don't know if he's still on his stream there, but put on quite a show on ours. Good job there, Jordan. Looks like you had to go front to back and back again, including some damage. Tell us about your up and down run there.
Yeah, hey, I'll take a third after that race. Definitely had some damage that I think affected us a little bit. Took 2 tires on the last stop, so really just trying to gain track position. I knew if I could get under Ken going into turn 1, I had.
Well, Jordan, you've had a busy schedule, racing for a championship in Hobo. Here,
congratulate
and
Matt
doing
second place
Bob's sim racing. Definitely, your plate is full, and another great run tonight. But it was definitely a pinball machine.
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy race. It's not an easy track to pass at, and it's very hard to pass on the high line. So it's you want to be down on the bottom, trying to come back through the field. I got stuck up there a couple times and lost really all the momentum I was gaining. So got to congratulate Ken. He got me good on that last restart, and congratulate Matt. I was trying to hang with him with those 2 tires and a little bit of damage, but just didn't have enough for him. So,
well, yeah, Matt Watkins there, 2nd spot, moves into the point lead. Man, we thought you were toast. It seemed like early on you knocked the right side off. I think you got caught in another wreck later too, and then just wouldn't you know it, at the end, here comes that man. So man, what was your secret to that one there, Matt, other than hating the track?
I don't know. I just kept being in the right place in the right time and getting lucky with pit stops, and I thought some miraculously had a chance to win there, and I saw a car come across my nose, and I have no idea how I missed him, and so I will take second. I should not have finished second. I'm happy.
Well,
good job, Ken, and George too. Hell of a
that
job.
was vintage Matt, gritting your teeth. I was like telling the fans, this guy's a mild-mannered Clark Kent kind of guy, talks real, quiet and humble. And this guy gets behind the wheel, and he's a complete animal. He's like the Tasmanian devil, And those last few laps, I mean, that restart, you went down low on the apron, and you got Jordan there. That was a great pass on the restart. All legal, and you just drove it in there.
Now we know Jordan had 2 tires, so that explains it.
Well, at the restart before, I think he almost passed 4 of them.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pass everybody until they started piling up there. But again, great run, Matt. That's the kind of run that championship runs are made of there, pulling into the lead.
They were just talking about the contact with Slim, and then I would equate that to the same contact that Ken had with Jeff Hale, where the car on the bottom came up and tried to defend but lost momentum, and Ken had a great run there. And unfortunately, he got into the 29. I know that, you didn't want to do that. Ken,
yeah, I apologize, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. And you guys have raced. We know what a class act you are. But it was just one of those racing deals where you had a run, and it was the end of the race. But it worked out for you, You've had some bad luck, and you've, shook hands and walked away. So tonight, you get to win, man. Great job.
Yeah, thanks. That was a blast. I don't know what happened to Slim there, but I come around the corner and got to the start-finish line. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of cars there, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch what happened to Slim. That was the save of the season so far.
That was slideways.
And then that restart before the last one, when Matt almost passed all 4 of us, I saw him on the inside, and I was like, I'm not going to let off. I'm going to go high and not let off.
That's what you call sending it.
Yeah, and he just kind of coming out of the corner there, which is typical for, either running the outside line or running the inside and coming out and trying to defend that outside run. He went up in front of you, and at the same time, you weren't lifting. So,
yeah,
that's racing.
And good run, Matt. Good run, Jordan. It was a blast.
Yeah, you too. Good job.
Yeah, you too, Ken. Congratulations.
All right, yeah, great show tonight, guys. There, fun track. You guys want to see this one on the schedule again?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I gotta
All
throw
right.
a shout out here real quick for Tom Jackson's wife. Thinks we're awesome, so I got to give her a shout out to Samantha. Thanks for watching.
We seem to be growing in popularity among the FSB wives, which I guess is a good thing.
Well, they could be in a bar or something,
Exactly. Good point.
That's probably where I'd be.
That's what we do. We keep you guys out of trouble.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks
Tim
again
Ray's
for
wife happy. Everything's good.
Thanks again for joining us. Again, our podium finishers here: Jordan McGregor, Matt Watkins, and your winner Ken Shea. Thanks as always for joining me in the booth in sound and vision there, Mr. Milty. Couldn't do it without you.
Wish me luck. I got a 10-hour race tomorrow at the Petite Le Mans, and man, I hope I'm ready.
All right, well, Donkey Bop, man.
I got about 10 laps in, so.
Donkey Bop. All right, go get it. Thanks as always, Milty. Thanks everybody for joining us out there in YouTube land in the chat, letting us know you're there. You got to do the stereotypical YouTuber thing. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe on that. It helps us grow, helps us get the recruiting out there. We're pulling people in through these, which is the whole point. I don't make any money off it, but visibility helps the league. So thanks guys for doing that. And of course our series admin Ryan Johnson off racing tonight. I think we had Sam pinch hitting for him. So as always, we thank Sam, our league promoter and owner, for keeping the lights on, doors open, keeping the game alive. But for FSB Racing Live, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Appreciate it.
I'm Shawn Reap. See you next week.